times. I've been a part of, people feeling discriminated, and my friends having nights where they've cried, or or moments of joy when they've come out to their families, and their families have said, okay, but what's the big deal? It's okay, we still love you. And many who were completely not accepted. He'll always have such a special place in my heart. Like, how Ayushmann has, because he was my first hero. But Badhaai Do is right up there for me, as a film of my career. So I feel Raj will always have a very, very special place. And I feel like he's elevated my work also a lot. And I hope I did the same for him. I feel like this is what India is. India is about all of us coexisting together without any discrimination or biases. Hi, this is Bhumi Pednekar, and you're watching me on ETimes.
Hi, this is Amina Sheikh here, and with me today I have the gorgeous, the stunning Bhumi Pednekar, who is, of course, going to surprise you all with her performance in Badhaai Do, welcoming her on ETimes.
Hi, thank you so much, Amina.
So first of all, Bhumi, I must say that, I watched the film and, I really loved your character. You have that, a bit of a stubborn character also. And at the same time, the way you're trying to convince the people, what exactly things are going on. And of course, I don't want to reveal much about it, but I really loved your character. So what do you have to say about this, about the role?
Thank you so much, first of all. What I want to say is that, I got really lucky that I got to play Sumi. She's so vulnerable. She's headstrong. She's fiery. She's lived her entire life in claustrophobia, but she has survived it. So I love her survivor spirit. She has a survival spirit that I really, really love. I think she's funny. She's witty. She really keeps Shardul in his place. She really gives it back to Raj. And I feel our relationship is so Tom and Jerry-ish in the film. So refreshing. You always see a hero and a heroine romantically opposite each other. Here we are friends, we are companions, we are roommates, we are husband and wife. But by the end of it, we are just two human beings that are in similar situations, and they're so connected with each other. What I loved about Sumi the most was the fact that she's so vulnerable. She's fearful. She's not always right. She's not always full of courage. She's scared. And yet, she does these bold things in the film. Obviously, I don't want to give it all out because there's so much that happens in the film. Anybody who's seen the trailer and seen the film knows that the trailer is literally just the trailer of the film.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give away a lot, but yeah, Badhaai Do is extremely special to me.
But also, Bhumi, I must say that, I have seen your work very closely. I have loved watching your films, because every film you try to experiment with different roles. That is your USP. I must say that, you love to experiment. I must say that, you love to take challenges. And this one itself is such a challenging role because, even till date in India, even in metro cities, cities actually, people don't accept relationship of, gays and lesbians and all,
Yeah.
So, that character itself, when you were approached for the role, were you a bit apprehensive while, being
No,
approached?
Samina. The thing is that I've had many scripts in the past where I've had an opportunity to play a character of the LGBTQIA community, but the politics of the film never worked for me. I always felt like, okay, they are desensitizing the subject. By the end of it becomes about, just convenience and pleasing the audience. What was beautiful about Badhaai Do is that it is not a film made to please or make the audience feel comfortable. It gets you to think, but you are thinking this while you're laughing. So there's so many things in the film that you laugh at, and then you're like, should I be laughing at this? You know what I mean? And anybody who's woke, who's sensible and sensitive have had that moment. I've been very fortunate that this film is also very personal to me, and the politics of the film had to be very correct for me because I have so many friends that are from the LGBTQIA community. I have family members that are from the LGBTQIA community. I have lived their life. I've lived a life with them very closely, So I've been a part of many coming out stories. I've been a part of, people feeling discriminated, and my friends having nights where they've cried, or or moments of joy when they've come out to their families, and their families have said, okay, but what's the big deal? It's okay, we still love you. And many who were completely not accepted. So for me to play this girl in a way that anybody who's going through this dilemma sees me and Raj and they feel like, oh, that's our story. This happened with me. Obviously, all of it cannot, but there are moments, right? And I was very conscious, even while playing her, that I did not want people to feel like, अच्छा ये एक heroine है film की जो ये part play कर रही है. I want it to be as raw, as real. So it can be the lack of makeup, the pimple that you see on my face, the dirty hair. I just want it to be as relatable as possible.
And as you said that, it was so real, because of course, someone might be going through such experiences. Did this film, the script, and while working on this made you emotional? Because, as you said, even when I watched the film, I was actually feeling that what if someone is actually going through something like this,
I'm glad. Absolutely.
And that thought came, that thought, literally came that, oh my God, the way she's portraying, the way they're trying to explain the families, and, it's difficult actually because, Indian parents don't accept, they don't understand, coming from
not just parents, even the younger generation, there's a scene, I don't want to give away that scene, but there's a very strong scene that happens between me and my family. Even the younger generation, because it is social conditioning, right? It's about what your parents teach you. So if your parents teach you that this is not normal and a woman loving a woman is wrong and, it is just a paap hai or whatever silly stuff it is that people think. Definitely there's a generation that completely believes in it, but there's a large part of the society, irrespective of that age, that believe in it. And there were many moments that I got emotional because there were so many times that I went back to a memory of a friend of mine who was suffering, of a family member of mine who was suffering. And, look, the narrative of the film is comedy. It's a film that really makes you laugh, but you don't even realize when the sur changes.
Yeah.
Of the film, and it just hits you. At least that was the experience that I had when I watched the film. But there were many emotional moments. Yeah, the beauty of this film is that there were days when, if Raj and I were doing a comic scene, the entire set was laughing. If we were doing an emotional scene, the entire set was crying. So, that's all I can say.
Also, Bhumi, as you said that, of course, what you said is very, very right, that, even our generation, in the current generation, we don't accept, people how they are, even, we take them as abnormal. We don't take them as, normal. And following because of which, even laws have come for, Section 377 has been passed. There's a long way to go when it comes to their battle.
Absolutely.
There are certain topics like, marriage, certain topics like, adoption. They don't, get that kind of, that kind of importance or that kind of, freedom to, have someone of their own. What are your thoughts on that?
Look, I feel like as individuals, we need to have the freedom to live the life that we want. It can be the freedom to love a person that I want. My sexual identity or a gender that I relate to cannot be the only thing about me that you see. That's how you normalize conversation. And definitely it's a long, long fight. Just acceptance within your family is the first step out of the closet. The closet becomes bigger. Then it is people around you, your neighbors, then it is a society, then it is your system, it is your laws. The closet just keeps getting bigger. When does the closet break? When there's no kind of discrimination, and there's a long way ahead for that.
Was it challenging for you to do romantic scenes with Chum Darang?
Oh, not at all. Not at all. Look, I was playing a character. Even when I am playing a straight girl, by the end of it, the man opposite me is an actor who I'm acting with, and these are two characters that are together. So I wasn't uncomfortable at all. In fact, I feel that my chemistry with Chum is really special.
Yeah, it came out very nicely, I must say, that the bond was very strong. But Bhumi, on a personal note, have you ever experienced someone falling in love with you of the same gender?
Not yet, not that I know of. And even if that ever happens, I'll be extremely flattered, but not yet.
Talking about this movie, you are working with Rajkummar Rao, and who also, has his, own journey, the way he breaks down in front of you, the way he talks and all, the way he treats you, he doesn't like, theek hai. Like even the discussions, Bharat tum bharna ye karna, the way he's talking, that chemistry is quite good between you both. So how was it like working with him?
I think our chemistry is so good because I feel Sumi and Shardul were written that way. Raj has honestly become one of my closest friends. You've done 2 films together now, and I'm so thankful that Badhaai Do was the first film with him, because I don't know if it is Sumi and Shardu's chemistry that has kind of translated into me and Raj being such good friends, or me and Raj became such good friends that came into the chemistry that Sumi and Shardul have. I don't know. But I mean, he's a phenomenal co-star. He's a phenomenal human being. He's one of the closest people to me right now. And I mean, it's such a special film. Like, I think he'll always have such a special place in my heart. Like, how Ayushmann has, because he was my first hero. But Haido is right up there for me, as a film of my career. So I feel Raj will always have a very, very special place. And I feel like he's elevated my work also a lot. And I hope I did the same for him.
Also, there is a weird connection which I figured out, like, Badhaai Do was with Ayushmann Khurrana and you made your debut with him. And Badhaai Do is now with, Rajkummar Rao, and with whom you, of course, like, doing 2 films. So what do you have to say that, the stories are, of course, completely different, but that one also had a very strong storyline. So what
absolutely. In fact, Badhaai Do is a film that is really, really celebrated. And that's why it is a part of the franchise. The Badhaai franchise is about celebrating or making films, in a way that are meant for a family audience, where an entire family can sit together, watch a film, enjoy it, laugh, but leave you with a message. It is about destigmatizing a lot of things that exist in the society. So that's why, our film is a part of the Badhaai franchise. And Badhaai Do is one of Ayushmann's most loved films. And I really hope that that kind of love gets converted to ours as well.
Bhumi, you have been quite vocal on, very relevant subjects on social media, be it like talking about 377 or other topics also. Recently, you also spoke about, SRK's gesture. You said, he's very secular about it. But at the same time, he also got like, quite trolled on that. So what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, really? I did not know about the trolling. I mean, I just said that image because I feel like this is what India is. India is about all of us coexisting together without any discrimination or biases. As I said, love is love, equality for all is all I believe in.
Also, your sari, which was made of love, is something which is doing a lot of buzz on the internet.
Yeah.
Can you tell something about it? What exactly?
Well, it's a beautiful sari made by Abujani Sandeep Khosla. It was from their Pride collection. And the day I had seen that collection, I told them that, listen, I'm going to wear this sari when Badhaai Do comes out. I feel just the concept of that entire collection is so beautiful because it has love written in different languages, different Indian languages through the sari. And it's something that really moved me. And, it's exactly what Badhaai Do is. Badhaai Do is about celebrating love for yourself, love for your partner, love for basic humanity. And I just felt like there can't be a better, thing for me to wear than that sari.
And the last question, what is your plan for Valentine's Day and your message for your fans out there for Valentine's Day?
My message for my fans out there for Valentine's Day is that my plan is I'm going to go watch Badhaai Do. You must do the same. Make our Valentine's Day special by going with your partners, your families, your loved ones. Go celebrate this film. It is a youthful, fun film that is full of love. It makes you really laugh and it makes you cry, and it's just beautiful. So go celebrate the month of love with Badhaai Do.
Thank you so much, Bhumi, for your time and all the very best.
Thank you, Samina.
All the very best.